Welcome back. Now, nearly 2 years after violence first broke out in Manipur, President's rule has been imposed in the northeastern state. Manipur has been witnessing ethnic conflict between the Meitei and the Kuki-Zo communities since May 2023, where more than 200 people have been killed in the conflict. The BJP-led government in the state collapsed on 9th February when Chief Minister Biren Singh resigned, shortly after returning to Imphal from New Delhi, where he held talks with the Union Home Minister Amit Shah and the BJP President JP Nadda. 4 days after Biren Singh resigned as the Chief Minister, the centre announced President's rule after the BJP failed to decide on the new Chief Minister. And while the Assembly was to convene today, where the Congress was set to move a no-confidence motion against Biren Singh and seek a floor test. The BJP feared a President's rule imply that the state will directly be controlled by the centre now, with the governor acting as the constitutional head. It will remain in place till 6 months and can be extended if no political party stakes claim to form the government or if elections are not conducted. Now, it's important to remember that this is the 11th time President's rule has been imposed in Manipur since 1951.
डिजोल्व नहीं है अभी संविधान अभी जो डिजोल्व नहीं हुआ है, जो सस्पेंडेड एनिमेशन है, जो हमारे यहाँ पे जो मुख्यमंत्री ने जो मणिपुर के इंटीग्रिटी के इंटरेस्ट में जो इस्तीफा दिया है, थोड़ा यहाँ का सिचुएशन देखने के बाद फिर जरूर ऐसे हाउस भी जिंदा हो सकते.
The house itself was not in order, that's why we suffered. Now also they are inviting the centre to impose this because those elected members of the BJP, they are divided. So President rule is imposed because of that. You see, it is not for any other reasons. But given the way they have done it, they might deepen the scar. That's suspicions. But I pray, at the end of the day, the basic sensibility prevailed and they do a judicious job.
पूरी तरह अल्पमत में हो चुके थे वीरेंद्र सिंह जी, तभी तो उन्होंने इस्तीफा दिया मुख्यमंत्री पद से मणिपुर में. और कांग्रेस ने सचेत भी किया, कहा भी कि चूंकि हम अविश्वास प्रस्ताव ला रहे थे तो विकल्प के रूप में विपक्ष को सरकार बनाने के लिए बुलाना चाहिए था, परंतु नहीं. सरकार खुद बना नहीं सकते थे अपने बूते पर, अपनी ताकत पर, क्योंकि असंतोष बहुत था सभी में. तो उन्होंने अपरोक्ष रूप से राष्ट्रपति शासन लगाकर कमान अपने हाथ में लग दी और विपक्ष जो सरकार बना सकता था उसको मौका नहीं दिया. ये लोकतंत्र की हत्या है और सब केंद्र के इशारे पर हुआ है.
And joining me right now is Sushmita Dev, TMC MP from the Rajya Sabha. Ms. Dev, thank you for taking our time and joining us over here at Mirror Now. You have been a public representative from the Northeast. You know the lay of the land. You know the issues that have been ailing Manipur. Now, after 2 years of mindless violence that claimed several lives, finally, the Chief Minister has resigned and there is President's rule. But this is something that the opposition, and especially TMC, has been demanding for a while now. Do you feel this is a belated move on the part of the Biren Singh government?
Well, President's rule became a compulsion for the BJP because they did not take the political action that they could have way back in 23 when the violence started. In fact, the Bharatiya Janata Party, the Home Minister, the Prime Minister, even refused to meet their own party MLAs. I think this crisis has been, precipitated in Manipur because they wanted to drag on their government, continue to be in power, and they were not listening to their own MLAs. It started in May 2023, Samia. If they had taken a decision to remove Biren Singh, That time they could have done it and placed someone else. See, precedents, some parties are saying, oh, it's a good thing there's been precedents rule. I don't agree. In a democracy, precedents rule means that the state is not functioning as per the constitution. This could have been avoided way back in June, July, when they did that entire, enactment of Biren Singh ji going with his resignation and people tearing it up. Now one call to Delhi, one visit to Amit Shah, and he resigned. This could have been done in June, July, and then maybe a popular government would have been there. And it's not at all healthy to have president's rule anywhere in the country.
But Ms. Sushmita Dev, do you feel that the elections should take place as soon as possible, else the state will be left in the lurch? Do you feel that instead of president's rule, the BJP should try and come forth? The centre must ensure that there is elections that take place, and a duly elected chief minister should take charge.
In a democracy, there has to be a popular government. And there are only two ways of doing it. Is if a set of MLAs with the right number stake a claim to form a government, or the second option is to ask for a fresh mandate. Whatever it is, I don't think a president's rule should be lingered on. That's not going to solve the problem of the people of Manipur. You need an elected government. You need a government that has come through popular mandate, who has the confidence of the people. President's rule means Mr. Amit Shah will probably, not probably, he will be controlling Manipur through the governor or through the president or whatever, which the people of Manipur don't want. You see the Lok Sabha results. BJP was wiped out. There was not even a proper campaign in Manipur because of the law and order situation. And yet, BJP lost both the seats in Manipur. Why? Because people give a very strong message that they're rejecting the BJP. The double engine sarkar, which they keep saying, that double engine sarkar has crashed in Manipur. So there must be a fresh mandate. And either ways, there should be a popular government. President's rule is not a healthy way of running any state in the country.
But you've just mentioned, Ms. Dev, you've mentioned about the Home Minister. When the Home Minister visited Manipur, he had promised that there's going to be a panel headed by the retired judge. There's going to be a probe. The CBI is going to probe the incidents of violence. All that measures were taken by the central government, and yet TMC and several other opposition parties, for that matter, kept on demanding that the Prime Minister should come and visit Manipur. Do you feel that it could have changed the scenario? There could have been some confidence building exercise from the centre's end?
You see, when the violence started in May 2023, All India Trinamool Congress was the first party to send a delegation. CM Bengal called us and said, go immediately. We went in July. After that, a united opposition went many months later. But the point I want to make here is when we went there and met all castes, all communities, everybody had the same demand. Saying, where is the Prime Minister? Why is he not coming? Because he won the second time in Manipur saying that BJP has brought peace to Manipur. And the same Prime Minister who made several visits to Manipur just refused to go and set foot in Manipur. So how do you expect a confidence building, exercise to happen? Number two, there was a 3-member commission of inquiry, where everybody was allowed to file affidavits. They were supposed to give their findings, what happened, who was behind it. Now, even that report has not been tabled. We don't know what's happened to that commission of inquiry. Third thing is that they isolated Manipur. They cut them off from the internet for months. Development work is at a standstill. Schools are closed. People have fled Manipur to other parts of India like Assam, Bengal, Delhi, wherever. So BJP needs to come clean with two things. That was this a state-sponsored mayhem that unfolded in Manipur? The Manipur tapes need to be looked at. Supreme Court has ask for a report of the forensic lab. So let us see what happens. And the Commission of Inquiry should give its report. Why are they not giving it? And I am 100% sure that President's rule is not going to solve the problem of Manipur, because they have no faith on the Prime Minister or the Home Minister.
But Ms. Sushmita Dev, I've seen you have been demanding that the Prime Minister should tender an apology to the people of Manipur. Do you feel the centre owes this? Because the centre maintains that they are committed to maintaining peace, law and order in the state, but there was a situation whereby which they felt that the government standpoint wasn't being told by the people in Manipur.
See, where 50, 60,000 people are displaced in a state, and thousands of weapons have been looted from police stations on the watch of the government, it is crystal clear that law and order has failed, because law and order is a state subject. So it is for the chief minister to do it. After that, I think, as far as I know, I don't know the exact figure, but more than 30, 40,000 central forces were sent to Manipur from the government of India. They tried their best. They, tried to maintain peace. And I will say that they were instrumental in making sure that more deaths and more killings don't happen. But yet normalcy hasn't returned. So it is the state government's failure at law and order and the central government's order to contain the situation or bring it back to normalcy. So now they did that thinking that they will continue to keep Biren Singh in power only because he's from the BJP. Today, if it was a Congress chief minister or Trinamool chief minister, they would have dealt with the situation very differently and stepped in to take much more stronger measures to, with a government if it was an opposition government. So, President's rule had to be imposed at this stage because they let it come this far. This had a political situation way back in 23, within 2-3 months of this happening, which they didn't let it happen, and therefore it has gone to President's rule. And I'm repeatedly saying President's rule is the worst thing in a democracy. Doesn't matter which party is in power, it's not good, it's not healthy.
But Ms. Sushmita Dev, before I let go of you, what exactly do you want at this point in time? Is because the opposition party has time and again maintained that the government has failed at its job of ensuring law and order in the state. But there are several reports that also suggest that there could be a case of foreign hand that want to destabilize the peace in the state. Do you buy that narrative? Do you buy that argument?
See, whether there's a foreign hand or no, we even have China in our backyard. It's for the government of India to contain that situation. So I cannot comment without evidence whether there's a foreign hand or no. If there is one, assuming there is one, then the government of India has had to bow to that. They've destabilized the state. What did government of India do? Nothing. Now, ordinarily, the election is due in 2027 in Manipur. Now, the question is, they should not keep this situation lingering, because it's going to go from bad to worse. It is going to go from bad to worse. There should be a popular government one way or the other. That's what I think should not be delayed under any circumstances.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Dev, for taking our time and joining us over here at Mirror Now and sharing your views. And of course, that is exactly what everybody wants at this point in time. That situation in Manipur should normalize. Peace should be given a chance. And of course, an elected popular government is the need of the day. Well, thank you so much for taking our time. And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of the broadcast. Lots more lined up. Stay tuned and keep watching Mirror Now for more news and updates.